Alright guys, welcome back to JK Rants and Reviews, and today we got another horror versus. We got the 1988 shape Michael Myers versus the 1984 Jason Voorhees.
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Friday, the 13th, the final chapter. Jason is back.
Now, this one is really difficult, because if you look at both their track records so far, and including these films, Michael Myers, you get George P. Wilbur, which, I don't care what anybody says, I love his performance as Michael Myers. I mean, and you get Ted White as Jason Voorhees, and they both have been brutal to this point, and in these particular films, I would argue to this point, these are their most brutal films.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's good, yeah.
Other than maybe when dude was dying in the basement of Friday the 13th Part 4.
That's bad.
You should
He's
insert
killing
a clip
me!
right here.
He's killing me!
But, I mean, Michael takes out the police station. Michael takes
Terminator
out...
style.
I mean, he's just all over the place.
You don't have a police boss! I love it.
Donald Pleasance, I miss you.
And he's just killing it throughout this whole movie.
He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being. That part of him died years ago.
He takes out the mechanic shop. He blows it up.
He takes out the electricity, the power plant.
Yeah, he's not only just...
He's even more calculated than ever before, and he's still there and not there. And these two movies, we're definitely saying that both of them are full on supernatural by now. I mean, let's just say it. Jason, like you said earlier, Jason was dead. He got hit in the head. They checked him. He was dead. Michael has now been blown up, shot multiple times. Like, he's dead. Like, come on.
The only thing here is you have Michael was in a coma at the beginning of the film, and then Jason was at the morgue.
Right.
So... Personally, it's difficult to say that Michael wasn't dead because he totally was. The only reason he came back is because people wanted Michael Myers.
Right.
And then with Jason Voorhees, it was like, oh no, he's dead. He's dead as a doornail, dead. Now, George P. Wilbur, I think, did a great job here. I think that the thing that killed him was the mask and the shoulder pads. Everything else in his performance, it was very much a continuation of the mechanical movements of Part 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Ted White does an amazing job portraying both Steve Dash and Richard Brooker.
Right. It's like if you put it in a blender, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Ted White did a fantastic job. He looks a little bit smaller than he was in Part 3, but he's also got the active movements that Steve Dash had.
It's a little jarring, though. I watched 3 and 4 basically back to back, and he went from, like, muscle-bound shrugs every day, every 5 minutes, to back to 2, where he's just like a normal dude.
I would say that's less jarring than 2 to 3.
Yeah, no question. But then it's so good looking in 3. You're like, yeah, let's go with it. And all of a sudden it's like tone down a little bit. In the third one, they go back to more in shadows and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still great.
Yeah,
I just would have rather them not put shoulder pads in.
Yeah,
but done something else. Anyway.
Yeah.
And both of these guys are full on supernatural by now. Like you were saying earlier, 3, he's definitely dead at the end because, like, unless the ambulance guy was just an idiot, he's dead.
He got next to the head. He's toast, and then he's just up. And let's talk about this real quick. That opening segment where he gets there.
Best kill.
Yep.
And both franchises best kill. I mean, cut, spin around. Every time I see it, I'm like, I'm taken back. I'm like, that's so good.
Halloween 4 and Friday the 13th Part 4 both have fantastic opening sequences, and they're both great sequels, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Michael Myers, who has been shot 6 times, who's been, well, in the first movie, he's shot at least 7 more times, I think, in the second one. Bullets to the eyes, Dr. Loomis shoots him some more. He's stabbed. He's he's messed up. So he's definitely taking a lot more damage. He's a lot more brutal in this movie, which is good because it kind of keeps him up to date with Jason, who's always on the heels of by now because Jason's pumping one out every year, and this is only the 3rd appearance of Michael. So I'm going to go Michael. He's got more kills in this movie. He's got 16 compared to Jason's 13, I believe. Yeah, I know.
I'm actually pretty surprised because every time he talks about Friday the 13th, he talks about Part 4 and how Ted White's performance takes it up. And yeah, I figured you would give it to Jason here.
I really love, talking non-zombie Jason, I really love the whole movie of the Part 4 because it's like they put everything into a blender and boom, and they throw it in there. I mean, you get recaps from all the movies, and it just nails every aspect perfectly. But yeah, I'm going to go Michael Myers.
This one's a tough call for me because I do really, really, really understand why Friday the 13th Part 4 is regarded as one of the best, if not the best. Even though I'm weird and I like 3 more. I admit it. But something about how brutal Myers is here and how calculated he is here, I'm going to give it to Michael here. Not by a lot, by a little. I don't see Jason coming out on top in this one.
I mean, he's going to get whooped. I mean, Jason's going to come out swinging and mess him up, but it's going to be a TKO by
Michael's
Michael.
going to struggle, but he's going to win.
This one's going the furthest distance so far.
Yeah, so far this fight's lasting the longest.
Yeah, we're going to say, like, what, a 6th, 7th round knockout?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to do some more of these, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get some more R&R. Also, let us know if you think we missed something, that you think one or the other person would have taken it based on this factor. Let us know your thoughts. Until next time, JK out.